So the mystic is such a powerful energy. The mystic is the one who can see beyond the norm, can see beyond the normal. She is, or he is the one that is surrendered to the unknown and at the same time is in perfect, perfect alignment to the truth and is in complete synchronicity in that which is meant to be. So it's a very powerful alignment, the mystic, and it's a very, very deep choice point in your life. And so I very much look forward to giving you this beautiful mystic ceremony tonight. It's a powerful alignment. It's an alignment that we often don't get to connect with or discover. It's an alignment that we're often very fearful of and afraid of. And it's an alignment that we sometimes know the power of it, but we don't truly harness it. We don't really allow it into our lives. And so tonight, I really want to unlock this beautiful path of the mystic. I want to hold you in a very powerful portal, a vortex of transformation. And I also want to connect you to a deep power that is so present within you and so available to you, and allow you to embody it and harness it so that you can enhance your life and elevate your life. And so the mystic, it's shielded in this energy of mystery and the unknown and the kind of the magic and the miracle of life. But actually, underneath it all, or the true essence of the mystic, is actually a very powerful being who is so aware of how the universe operates, is so aware of how the mechanics of the universe play out, is so aware of their own healing abilities, their healing powers, right? Their healing abilities and healing powers, is so aware that they are the conscious creators and manifestors of their lives, that it's a deep power, actually. And so don't get fooled by the mystery of the mystic energy. Don't be fooled by the unknown. Don't be in fear of this hidden energy, or this hidden archetypal force of the mystic, because actually the mystic is a very powerful creation force, and to be able to become one with it is a blessing and a miracle for your life. It is something that will turn you into much more of a conscious creator. It will allow the priestess or the priest within you to really awaken. It will charge you with a deeper awareness of how the universe flows its magic into your life and around you. And it will gift you with a clarity with your intuition, and a clarity in why things are happening in your life, and also a clarity of what you can do to shift, change, and evolve it. So welcome to this mystic initiation ceremony. I very much look forward to giving it to you. And as it is a ceremony, we invite and we open up this space, this field, to unlock its magic. We open up this portal so that you can allow the ceremonial awakening that can take place. Sometimes we can get very focused on healing or shifting or changing our mindset, and we often forget the deeper beauty of the ceremony, the deeper beauty of opening a gateway and stepping into it to really reclaim a new position in our lives. So we will use this space like a ceremony, which means then that every breath you take is precious, every thought you have is sacred. I invite you to expand time so that you feel more space between you and life, and you and your thoughts, you and whatever's going on in your world. I invite you to enter into each of the alignments that will take place with such reverence and such sacredness that it unlocks you even more. And really, our lives should be a ceremony. And this is also part of the mystic energy. You know, life should be ceremonial. You know, work should be a ceremony. You know, your life should be a prayer. And when we do this, we invite the magic of the universe to come in more and more and more and more into our world, into our realm, to weave its essence, its synchronicities, its magic, right? So that we can allow more movement and growth and elevation to take place in our lives. So the invitation is to allow this to be a ceremony, but the deeper invitation is to welcome more ceremony into your life, whether it's having that cup of tea, whether it's having that beautiful bath, whether it's just having that moment of breath with yourself, just allowing yourself to step through more ceremonial gateways into the divine, more ceremonial gateways to help you recognize that you are a sacred, gorgeous being in this universe. And the more we do that, moment to moment to moment, every single day, the more we get to live a potent life, the more the mystic within us can exist, the more the priestess, the healer, the conscious creator, the one who is guided by the divine can exist, the more our manifestation abilities can exist, because we begin to play in the realm of reality that is beyond the mundane, right? We can talk about the 3D world and the 5D world, or the mundane world and the enlightened world. Well, how do you shift dimensions? How do you walk through the gateway, right? And so the way we do this, and the way that it's always been done for centuries and centuries and centuries, is that we create ceremony, we create ritual, we create gateways, we create prayers throughout our lives. We create these moments where we unlock and we step out of the mundane world and we step in to the magical world, right? And so this is a journey. This is something that we need to do all the time. This is a mindfulness practice in itself. And by doing this, not only do we honor the sacredness of our life and everything that's in it, and by doing so, we have more gratitude, right? Which opens up more fields of abundance and beauty and joy to exist. So it has a ripple effect. And simultaneously, the more we create ceremony in our lives, we honor ourselves as sacred. And this is very important, because if you do not honor yourself as sacred, and if you do not honor your life as sacred to support your sacredness, you do not, you stop yourself from elevating. And the reason I say this is because the more we honor ourselves as sacred, our thoughts, our actions, our who we are as sacred, right? The more we honor this, the more we respect ourselves. And this is key, because if we do not respect ourselves, who will and who does? The more we respect ourselves, the stronger our boundaries are, the more powerful and potent we are in our life. The more we respect ourselves and honor ourselves as sacred, the more clarity we have with our unique frequency. And this is the ultimate game, right? The incarnation of self. And we want our frequency to be so strong, so brilliant, so precious, so protected, so sacred, that it shines its brilliance into life and into our lives to keep unlocking the gateways, the doors back to the divine. And this is exactly what the mystic does. The mystic continuously unlocks the doors and the gateways back to the divine. So take a deep breath and breathe all of this in, all of these words, these codes, because this is a transmission, and it's a ceremony, and it's an activation, and it's elevation, and it's transformation, and it's stepping through the gateways. And to know that as the mystic, we are constantly unlocking the doors of our lives. We're constantly unlocking the doors of our minds, of our hearts, of our being, to return back to the divine. And simultaneously, we're unlocking the doors to allow the divine to enter into our life. And this is one of the beautiful powers of the mystic, is that there's this ability, this deep knowing, this cellular memory that there is so much divinity within us, and that there is so much divinity around us, that we are the ones that get to tune into it and unlock it and awaken it and activate it and bring it in and pull it and harness it back in, or let it be embodied and let it exist. And this is part of our journey. On one level, we go on a journey to heal ourselves, to unlock some crazy doors, some challenging doors, some weird dungeons that we've all been in, right? Some weird chambers of reality and light. And we unlock the doors and we free ourselves from it. And we return back to the divine. And that journey, that role doesn't end. And the mystic is always unlocking the doors of consciousness, unlocking the doors which keep her trapped in awful situations, in abusive situations. The mystic keeps unlocking the door. And so you will find mystics, those that are truly mystic, those on the path of the mystic, have often come from very interesting pasts, and they've had to unlock many doors to bring more divinity and more love and more prosperity and joy back into life. Why? Because they have the codes to allow heaven to incarnate. They have the memory of, I need to return my life back to heaven. And so I just invite you for one moment to remember and feel all the doors, the hundreds of doors that you have unlocked in your life to get you to where you are today. All the little dungeons that you've had to come out of, the torture chambers for some of you, the entrapments, the bondage, the bindings, the conditioning. And you've unlocked yourself from so much. And I just invite you to acknowledge that, because that unlocking is what gives you strength. That unlocking is what gives you a sense of trust in yourself. That unlocking has meant that you've drawn upon the depths of your being. You've drawn upon the depths of your power in times which may have been difficult. You've drawn upon the depths of that and unlocked the doors. Sometimes we unlock the doors and we have to move out of a job or move out from a relationship or a situation, because the mystic will return her life to the truth, and the mystic will return her life to love, and the mystic within will return her life to joy and prosperity. And it doesn't matter how many doors she has to unlock to get there, she will keep unlocking them. And so this is a very important recognition. The mystic unlocks doors until she arrives back in heaven. The mystic will unlock doors until she remembers herself as sacred. So just feel and have gratitude and awe for every single door you have unlocked in your life to return more love and joy, or all the doors you've opened to let more love and joy back in, whether it's taking a course or falling in love or reading that book or listening to that song or getting up early and exercising or eating the right food, like all the other doors you've opened to bring the divine back into your life. And as you're recognizing and acknowledging this, I just invite more and more doors of your consciousness, of your mind, of your heart, of your being, of your cells to keep opening and opening and opening and opening, so that the divine flow of love and joy and peace and prosperity is that. It's a flow like an in-breath and an out-breath. It constantly exists. And so I ring the bell as we remember the first alignment of the mystic. And this ability to unlock doors is a power. So I invite you to notice this power that you have, because it will get you out of situations that you're not meant to be in. It will move you, it will evolve you, it will make you wiser, stronger. And it has, because you've made that choice. So I invite you now to allow your body to open up more doors. So you might feel little doors opening up in all your cells. And you can feel the light inside of you wanting to shine out of these little doors of your cells. You might feel your crown chakra opening its door up and your light shining out. Your third eye opening up and your light shining out. Throat chakra opening up, your light shining out. Your heart opening up, your light shining out. Solar plexus, let the door open and your light shines out. Sacral chakra, the door opens and your light shines out. Base chakra, the door opens and your light shines out. Let light shine out of your hands. Let light shine out of your feet. Let all the energy pathways activate through your body, and letting all your energy pathways be these beautiful super highways of light zipping through your being and your body, because you have opened up so many doors that so much light is flowing through you. Beautiful. And so I invite you to see in front of you a very big, bright door. And this big, bright door is a door deeper into the realm of the mystic. So I invite you to either step through that door, that light door, or open it up and step through it. But as you walk through it, as you step through it, I invite you to feel all the light that is ready to flood to you. So walk through the door, open it up, and then just let the light on the other side of this door flood to you. And this is another alignment of the mystic energy. So let that light flow through you. And it's here to remind you that the mystic knows that, yes, I open doors to brighten my future. I open doors to go to the next level. I open doors to let more love and light in. But the mystic harnesses that energy. And so it's very important you become aware of this, is that sometimes we close doors on things and we open up other doors and we change our situation and we move it, or we change our thought and we go to the next place. And we think that's it. We've opened the door, we've gone to the next place, and that's it. But every time you open a door, you leave one room and go to the next room. You move from one consciousness to the next consciousness. There is an extraordinary amount of energy and light and coding available to you. And when I say this, I mean it from the perspective that we often make changes. We often try and make the elevation, or we read the book, or we get out of that relationship. We make changes and we think that's it. And we don't allow more light to be gathered and metabolized. We don't allow more light to come in and create more manifestation and more miracles. And it's very important I say this for some reason, is that every time you change your thoughts, every time you open a door and enter into something new, every time you do something that allows more light into your life, take a moment, take a breath, because there is more magic available to you in those moments. There is more power available to you in those moments. There's more love available to you in those moments. And this is why we can often feel very stuck. We're trying to do all these things to try and advance, right? But we feel like it's not really doing enough of what I want it to do to get me there, right? So the alignment here is take a moment to feel and notice that there is actually more magic, more abundance, more love, more joy, more wisdom, more truth, more power, more strength flooding into you in every moment, more and more and more. And this is why the mystic is married to the divine. The mystic is on this quest to have this deep love affair with the divine, because we're wanting to seek more divinity in each moment. And so it's very clear what this message is. I hope I'm transmitting it properly to you. Is that you are getting, we tend to get a little bit stuck in the mundane, even though we are making changes. And we're not really seeing the majestic, so I'm trying to say the word majestic, this majestic energy that's coming to you at all times. And you're not allowing yourself to step into it and really feel it and really have it and really embody it and have the gratitude so you move up your next frequency, right? It's almost like you don't believe you're sacred enough to have that fully. And so you open a door to another level and you just take a little bit of the magic that's there. Oh, thank God I'm out of that past, that other situation I'm in a new one. That's good enough. But no, there's more for you to harness in every moment. There's more magic, more brilliance, and you need to receive it. And the only way you can receive it is if you recognize yourself as truly, truly the most sacred being, where the divine universe is constantly looking after you, is constantly holding you, is constantly giving you everything you need. So I invite you in the second alignment of the mystic to let go of the hardened block inside your heart. Let go of the disappointment or the sense of, okay, this will do. Because all that is doing is it's putting you in a contracted state every time you try and make a shift deeper into the divine, right? A contracted state where you can't really fully receive the gifts of what's happening. And then what happens if we do that too often? The mystic within us forgets to play with the magic of life. The mystic within us feels a little bit defeated. The mystic within us gets a little bit forgotten of her powers. The mystic within us becomes sad. And we don't want the sad mystic inside of us. We don't want a disappointed mystic, the one that's, gotten a little bit battered by life. We want the mystic, the part of you, to arrive in all of her sacredness to each moment, each destined moment, and just drink in the magic and the beauty and the gratitude that allows her to really celebrate this new door she's opened, or this new thing she's moved out of, and receive the inpouring of more energy. So I invite you just to breathe into this hardened place within you. I invite you to breathe in and find the sad mystic inside of you. or the disappointed mystic. And when you find this sad, disappointed, hardened, mystical part of you that's gotten a little bit jaded by life, or a little bit, resentful or disappointed, and I invite you to breathe into her until we allow all that grief and that sadness and that disappointment. Because really the deep wound of the mystic is the divine doesn't find me. The magic of the divine isn't there. The greater mystery and magic of the divine hasn't turned up for me. You know? And when we holding that wound of being abandoned by the divine, and the mystic holds that wound, she forgets her magical, mystical, wonderful powers of creation. So I really invite you to let the saddened, disappointed, heartbroken mystic within you breathe her out. Let her release. You might want to move your body to get her out of you. Let her all go. And you might feel your heart unraveling. You might feel this old hurt. Let it unravel, let it unravel, let it unravel, let it go, let it go, let it go. You might even feel a lot of anger, right? Because we haven't been able to use all of our magical, extraordinary, miraculous qualities enough, right? So let all of that go. Breathe it all out. It's quite a lot there. It could be old, ancient, past life, wounded mystic energy that wants to come out of you. It could be the little inner child mystic where your mom or dad or whatever kind of stampled your magic, right? It could be just living in for too long in situations where you weren't allowed to be the magical one. It could be the hurt, the pain of having to deny your sacredness or the sacredness of life. Breathe all of that pain out, shake it out, release it, breathe it out, let it unlock from the mind, the heart, the body. Let it release. Because this wounded part of you will keep you stunted in your mystic energy. Right? If we hold on to the wound, we get stunted. We fall into the victim. We don't see the magic that's going on around us. We don't see the beauty that's happening. So really let go of this saddened, disappointed, heartbroken, wounded, damaged inner child mystic, adult mystic, the ancient mystic inside of you that may have been damaged or traumatized over lifetimes. Let all that go and release. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And I ring the bell, and I invite you to let the energy or the sound of the bell go so deep inside of you that it clears this wounded mystic that has gotten caught and trapped in the mundane world, where he can no longer access the magic of themselves and can no longer access the magic of the universe. And we're going to ring this bell, and you're going to let that all dissolve and go. And if you want, you might feel old masks falling off you, old ways, old pain, old victim energy. Let it all go, let it all go, let it all go, let it all go. Ah, sorry that you couldn't hear the bell from the, it might be a filter. So sorry, you're gonna have to hear that eternal bell ringing through you. I'm not quite sure how to fix that, unfortunately. Beautiful. And what we're going to do now is we're going to call back, rebuild the mystic within you. And then we're going to allow the mystery to go, then we're going to allow the mystic to go into the mystery. Because we cannot have the wounded mystic going into the mystery. Because what happens when the wounded mystic goes into the mystery? She doesn't trust life. She gets disappointed by the way that life turns up for her. She can't really use her magical manifestation or creation abilities to change things, right? She doesn't trust the messages that are coming. So we can't have the wounded mystic turning up to the mystery, because the mystery is a whole other level of beauty to harness and capture. So the wounded mystic can no longer exist if we're truly going to go into the mystery. So I invite you really, 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 if there's anything else that needs to shake from you of that wounded mystic, I invite you to hear all these beautiful bells throughout time, throughout space, ringing, 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 clearing, 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 clearing the wounded mystic. And as those eternal bells ring, allowing the rebirth of the brilliant mystic to appear again. And that brilliant mystic is innocent and pure, and at the same time, she is so wise and so ancient. And at the same time, she's a priestess and a healer, and at the same time, she is a seer and a knower, and at the same time, she is a conscious creator, and at the same time, she is one with the divine, and at the same time, she is dancing with the divine at the edge of the universe, right? Dancing with the divine at the edge of the universe. And why does the mystic do that? She does that to create new life. She does that to create more heaven in reality. And that's why they say the mystery is the unknown. Well, the mystic dances with the divine in this space of the unknown, surrendered to it, knowing that she dances there just to create new life, to create new heaven, to create newness. And there's a joy there, beautiful joy. I am the dancer, returning the mystery to joy. So I invite this beautiful, powerful mystic inside of you to reemerge and reawaken. I invite her. I'm using the word her because it just feels like the right pronoun to use, but apply whatever pronoun you want to use to yourself. But invite her to awaken. Invite her to stand strong within you. Invite her to open your third eye. Invite her to open your heart. So let's call this beautiful mystic this bold, brave, because there's a bravery here with the mystic. There's also a curiosity. There's also a playfulness. There's also a strength and a tenacity, and she is no one's fool. She can see through everything. So I invite you to allow this mystical part of you, this mystic energy, to awaken more and more and more and more and more. You might feel like you want to stretch your body as you let this part of you awaken. You might want to do some sacred movements to awaken the mystic. You might want to stretch her out. You might want to dance her to awaken her. But she is strong. And if you feel her, you'll feel her giving you a very strong gut instinct. You'll feel your third eye opening up with like this clarity. You'll feel this voice charging because she is unafraid to speak. She sees, she knows, she does. This is a very, the mystic is a very powerful alignment. The one who is mystic has mastery. She has mastered her emotions. She has mastered her body. She has mastered her sexuality. She has mastered making love to all her lovers. She has mastered her healing ability. She has mastered life and understands life. There's a mastery in her because she plays at that level of the mastery of the universe. She plays at the level of divine mastery. And so I invite you to allow yourself to elevate, to rise into this place of mastery. Mastery within yourself that resonates with divine mastery. And that's why the mystic goes on the journey that she's gone on to understand divine mystery, because she understood herself. And by understanding herself and being true to herself, she gets to play in the realm of divine mastery. And to play in the realm of divine mastery is the place of conscious creation, is the place of being able to receive and know and hear the truth, is the place where joy and love and prosperity always exists. So let's elevate the mystic within you. Let's elevate you. And I don't even know if it's an elevation more so than a acceptance or a recognition of your own mastery. So just for a moment, recognize how much of your emotions you've mastered, how much of your mind you've mastered, how much of your sexuality you've mastered, how much of your life, being a mother, being a father, being with your education. Like, notice your mastery, acknowledge it. Because you see, the mystic, and I feel like crying with this, the mystic plays at a level beyond anybody else. The mystic within plays at a level beyond anybody else. She plays in that realm of divine mastery. And she has mastered herself. I've got no other way of saying it. Let me see if I can find another way of saying it. The mastery of self brings a potency to play with life in more potent ways. And so I really invite you to really feel the mastery within you. Because, and this comes back to our original point of, you have to honor yourself as sacred. Like, that's part of the first alignments, right? Honoring yourself as sacred. If you can't honor yourself as sacred, how can you truly honor your mastery? And this is where we're really lacking. Because when we honor ourselves as sacred, we get to knit up our mastery, and we're like, oh, we knit it all up inside of ourselves, and we make ourselves strong with, this is our mastery. This is who I am. I've got this. I'm powerful. I'm potent. Done. But what happens is if we don't honor ourselves as sacred, we kind of collapse a little bit inside. And we think, oh, I've done well here, but we haven't really done well there. And it kind of is working this way, but it's not really working over here. And then you kind of a little bit fragmented inside, and you don't hold your potency. The mystic holds potency, holds life mastery, holds it all together until it becomes potent, until her system becomes one with that life mastery. So I invite you to really honor all of yourself as sacred. Knit yourself up inside, knit all your life mastery up inside, like knit it until it's tightly knitted together, like there's a union of your mastery, of your mental mastery and your emotional mastery and your sexual mastery and your life mastery and your creation mastery. Like you are masterful. The mystic is masterful. So let all that stitch up inside until you feel strong. I want you to feel strong within your own system, because how can we go into the mystery? How can we dance in the unknown if we don't have this internal, eternally internal strength, potency of our own brilliance and sacredness? So I just invite you to take a few deep breaths or whatever you'd like to do to let this transmission, this alignment, this knowing move through you. The mystic is sacredly brilliant in her own mastery. The mystic opens the doors to the divine constantly. The mystic is strong in her own courage, in her own knowing, in her own intelligence, in her own wisdom, in her own beauty. And she holds all of it as sacred. One sacred force. She is a sacred force. The mystic within you is a sacred force. So I invite you to feel yourself as this sacred force in the universe. And what is a force? A force has clarity. A force has potency. A force discreates that which isn't its force so that its force can exist. A force is full of coding and wisdom. This force is like this eternal flame. Nothing can blow it out. You can't be blown out. Your power, your potency, your sacredness cannot be blown out. So just know this to the depths and the core of your being, and any part of you that needs to wake up to this new alignment, let it wake up. Let it wake up. Let it wake up. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And let the force of the mystic, let the eternal flame of the mystic burn so strong within you that you can almost feel this eternal flame in your eyes, that nothing can blow it out. No thoughts can blow it out. No one's judgments or opinions of you can blow you out. No challenges, obstacles can blow you out. Nothing can blow you out. Not even the cosmic winds of the universe can blow you out. You are an eternal flame. So I invite you to feel the eternal flame of you, the mystical part of you. And it's not necessarily known what this flame is. Like there's a mystery to it on one level, and on another level, it's just very potent and it is what it is. But feel it. Let it burn through your cells. Let it activate your DNA. Let it activate your brain, because this flame becomes like a soul fire, becomes like a life fire that just can burn through so much stuff so much quicker and easier. It stops you from being the victim. So it's really powerful. So breathe it all through, drink it all in, let this coding come through you. I want to ring my bell, but no one hears it. So let that eternal bell ring through you. Strong, mystical person, being, standing strong. And you know, this eternal flame, this potency of the mystic is powerful in the fact that, how do I say it? That nothing can, it's that knowledge that nothing can destroy you, right? No situation can ultimately, it might give you a challenge, right? But nothing can destroy you. It's a deep knowing that everything will return back to love and joy and peace and prosperity. Like there's that deep eternal knowing. And even if things aren't in that high heaven vibrational state, you know you will get there. And so there's this eternal strength and endurance. And because of all of that, because of this knowing and this strength and this endurance and this potency and this eternalness, right? Because all of that exists. And knowing that you cannot be destroyed, it gives you, I know I'm going to try and say this word, unequivocal. I can't even say the word. It gives you this undeniable trust in the divine universe. It gives you an undeniable trust that things will work out. There'll be a synchronicity. Sometimes there might be a bit of patience along the way, right? But there's this undeniable trust, because you're so strong at the core of you, that of this knowing. And because you've got this deep knowing, you can trust the mystery. You can trust the unfolding of it. And so without this eternalness and this eternal knowing that you cannot be destroyed, that you have access to all the wisdom in the universe, that everything will return itself back to heaven, because of this undeniable knowing, you get to trust. You see? And that's what allows the mystic to operate in the mystery, because of this eternal ability to trust. But also because she's so full of her own mastery that it doesn't matter what challenges come along the way, right? We can deal with it all, because I know I'm going to arrive there. Can you see? Without this, you don't get to play in the mystery. So I want you to acknowledge this eternal sacredness within you, this eternal part of you that's so full of mastery that it cannot be destroyed. This eternal part of you that is full of wisdom. This eternal part of you that knows that everything will return back to love and joy and peace. This eternal part of you that doesn't matter what happens along the way, you're going to get there. I want you to acknowledge this part of you and like really feel the strength of this. Breathe it in, dance it in, move it in, whatever you need to do, embody it, become it, let it activate your DNA, let it activate all your energy pathways in your body, let it just let a deeper part of you or a more eternal part of you step forward and take position. Strong you are, so strong. Strong with the magic of life. Beautiful. So just let that alignment come through. And this trust is powerful. Because when you stand in the center of that, trusting that the mystery is going to unfold perfectly, then you surrender. Then you get to surrender to an extraordinary play of divinity. Then you get to surrender to the magic of the universe doing its thing. Then you get to surrender to miracles taking place. Then you get to surrender to love in all situations. Then you get to surrender into the prosperity. So I invite you, eternal mystic, so powerful. Stand in the alignment of complete trust in the magic and the mystery of life unfolding. Stand so strong in this place of being able to surrender to more greatness, being able to surrender to more beauty, being able to surrender. Allow yourself to surrender to the mystery. Allow yourself to stand in such trust of everything that you get to dance in the mystery of life unfolding. And this is when they say, right? Live in the now. Expect miracles to take place. There's prosperity always available to you for you to receive. You have the ability to create and manifest. It's in this point that we get to be that. All of those things simultaneously, dancing in all of that. But it only can happen when there is this deep trust that everything is returning us to heaven. Everything is returning us to love. Everything is returning us to more power. Everything is, is returning us to that point of heaven, of life. There's a lot of light codes coming down right now. I can't even find the words for them. But just let these light codes come into you. There's some magical light codes coming down. And I think as these magical light codings come down so that you can trust the mystery of the universe blessing you, I think that's what it is if I was to translate it into words. It's the coding, the teaching, the downloads for you to be able to trust the mystery blessing you. Trust the mystery elevating you. Trust the mystery gifting you with love, with joy, with prosperity. Trusting the mystery to dance and play with you. Trusting the mystery to bring wisdom to you. Trusting the mystery to bring clarity. And when we're in this moment, we live in this, in a very free way. There's a freedom in this. We're not bound to thoughts. We're not bound to old belief systems. We're not bound to expectations. We're not bound to anything. We're living in this very free space, very free place. Everything's just unfolding. And because we're in such a state of freedom, in trusting the mystery unfolding, things can happen quicker and faster and in so many new ways that we didn't even think were possible because we've got no attachment. right? We've got no judgment. We're just living in this very free place of life constantly unfolding itself for us. We're living so deeply in the now, even to a point of not even living in the now, because we're living all of life and the joy of life all at once and the divinity of life all at once, right? And so things begin to speed up. We get to play in the field of pure potentiality, of possibilities. We get to play in a different illuminated field. So just allow this alignment of trusting the mystery and then being so free in that. And in that freedom, how it allows life to kind of quicken and allow more magic and miracles and wonder and all these things, goodness to come into your life. It speeds up the molecules of reality to help things manifest quicker. Let it all come down, these codes. And I'm going to sing you a beautiful song for some reason, some tones to help bring all these codes into you. Yamboso tubehe, rantuke pu, shansetu shono, shesito be, pantoro suromo, rantura se, kampusha tira pure sa. And just letting your crown chakra open up. There's just a lot of light coming down here at the moment. Your crown chakra looks really big and bright and open. And for some reason, I invite you to go along with this with me if you want, right? I feel like your brain wants to let go of a lot of fears or irrational fears of why it can't trust, or what if something bad happens, or what if I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time, or what if we never get out of this situation, or that part where there's this irrational fear, survival part of you, and we all have it. But if you just allow your brain, your head, to open up, or anywhere else in your body where this, maybe it's the adrenal glands, where this fear is, this survival fear, which is stopping you from really relaxing, maybe it's in your nervous system, relaxing into this mystery. Letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. You might feel a lot of old stress releasing from your body. It's almost like you've got all this coding coming in, and then parts of the body were like, no, no, we're not going to let this coding come all the way down because we're like going to be stressed about all this other stuff of surviving. So just let it all release, let it all go. You might feel a lot of old stuff releasing from the brain, the body, the adrenals. Good, let it go, give it a good shake. Oh, okay. So now that we've let go of all this old stuff, this old fear, this survival part, which is stopping you from really letting the mystic awaken. I feel like there's more space inside of you. And I feel like there's this big beam of your light, soul light, you can call it your higher self, your light, your frequency, the force of who you are. But it just feels like more of your light can come into your body. So can you allow whatever of more of your lights, your soul, whatever you want to call it, wants to incarnate into your body? I just invite you to allow it in. You might feel a big stream of light coming into your crown, into your body. Good. Let it go in, let it go in. And this big lot of light's coming all the way down into your sacral chakra, your womb space. Feels like it's coming all the way down. It's illuminating the brain and the nervous system. And it's kind of just anchoring itself. You know, you might feel it anchor itself around the lower belly button or in the womb space. So it just feels like it's anchoring itself, like, yeah, it's anchoring itself. It's grounding you. Can we teach you? Can we show you what it feels like to be grounded in your own light, anchored in your own light? And so as I'm feeling this energy pouring in from the heavens all the way down through you, it's kind of like your own ability, your own creation ability. Do you remember we talked about the mystic dancing at the edge of reality, the edge of existence with the divine universe, creating new life, right? Creating new life. So the mystic position has a creation aspect to it. And I think we're going to move into this alignment now. But just to bring clarity, it's like the mystic has so much trust in her abilities and self and her mastery. She has so much trust in the mastery of the divine universe. She has so much trust that she can surrender to the mystery and the magic and the creation unfolding more and more and more and more. So things quicken and fasten. And on one level, she just gets to enjoy the pure enjoyment of the magical universe unfolding, right? And it could be the tree talking to her, or some animal medicine that crosses her path, or, you know, a synchronicity, or a meeting with the soulmate, or something, some money appearing in her life. She can be completely free in the unfoldment of the mystery and playing with life, right? And that's just a beautiful alignment in itself, to come to a place where you're just letting the mystery unfold its magic so that you can experience more love and joy and prosperity. That in itself is a powerful alignment to play with, right? Every moment of every day. But also the mystic, right? That's one element of it. But because she's playing in this field, she gets to dance with life creating itself. And so there's an opportunity for the mystic to infuse these magical, mysterious moments, to infuse it with creation energy, to infuse it, to bring more something to your work, or to bring some magic, to bring that manifestation, to say, I need this to happen. I need that to start to move. I need the job to change. I need the relationship to move up. And I need, and we get to play at this point of infusing the molecules reality to reshape it. And that's a very powerful place to come to. Which means, right, if we're dancing at that edge of playing with divine energy and creation, if we're there, then that means that the mystic within you must know what she wants, must have clear vision and clarity of who she is and where she's going, so she can help this movement start to manifest. And so the mystic has got so much mastery inside herself that she is not creating with her ego, and she's not creating with her desires, and she's not being pulled to be influenced and to create from those situations. No, she has so much mastery in herself. She has so much awareness of who she is. She's got so much trust in this universe, and simultaneously she has direct communication with the universe to know who she is and what's going on, because there's this symbiotic relationship. There's a clarity in what needs to be created. And so when the mystic comes to this point, and sometimes we have to play with these levels, we have to play with these alignments, right? First, it's surrendering and just enjoying everything unfolding and making sure we're doing that right, and being that eternal strength. And, you know, playing first, maybe we have to master that for a little bit. And then once we've got that, we can move into the secondary alignment, which is, how can I infuse to make creations happen? How can I infuse to navigate my life in a certain direction? And really, these 2 points are playing out simultaneously, right? On one level, I'm trusting the mystery unfolding and I'm enjoying the freedom in that. And simultaneously, as that's going on, I'm also infusing creation energy to shape reality. And the mystery is unfolding and it can influence me to shape life in a new way or give me different feedback, you know, so it all works together and keeps unfolding. And so the big thing is, who are you? What are you meaning? What do you really want to create? And the mystic has this ability to know herself so well that she gets clear instructions of what needs to happen when and how. She gets clear visions of who she is and what she's destined to do. And she's constantly infusing creation energy with that to shape it. And because she's into mastery, she will master herself again and again and again to ensure it gets created, right? Sometimes things don't get created because we haven't got the skill to create it, or we haven't quite developed something to create it. So she will know who she is and she'll develop the mastery until it manifests and creates. And simultaneously, she's enjoying the freedom and everything magically moving. So it's a very dynamic place, this mystical energy. Because on one level, it's like this deep knowing, this is what it is. And on another level, it's a deep surrendering into the unknown. And so the known and the unknown spin together, creating new life. And that's why she gets to dance on the edge of existence all the time. And that place at the edge of existence is the most beautiful place to be. Is the most beautiful place to be. It's freeing, it's creative, it's spontaneous, it's filled with wisdom. There's sovereignty there. There's an eternal play and magic, and you play outside of the realms of the mundane or other people's paradigms, or all that. You play outside of the realm, you play in a different realm of reality. And the mystic certainly plays her life in another realm of reality. Because she has to, right? Otherwise, the mystery doesn't take place. Otherwise, the creation force doesn't take place. Otherwise, she's not having that deep love affair with the divine. And that's what it really is. It's this energy of molecules of matter and the molecules of the mystery and the molecules of the divine and the molecules of mastery, all fusing and bouncing off each other and rebirthing itself and recreating itself. And that's where you get that extra energy. You know, you can see people that have this extra something about them, and it coming from this space. And so know the alignments of the mystic, because the mystic has these very powerful points of alignment and awareness and consciousness that needs to anchor in. So just drink all of this information in, let it go through your system. Hope I'm not being too much for you, but I'm just bringing the message. And let's see where else we need to go. So I invite you to feel and see this next door of light, very big, bright light. And I invite you to step through it. And as you're stepping through this very big, bright door of light, just let this light, this vortex, this gateway, just wash you clean. Just let it wash you clean. Let it reshape you, recode you. Let it cleanse off anything else that you need to have cleansed off you, old consciousness, old hooks, old cords, anything that needs to release from you. And as you're in this chamber, this vortex of light, just letting it reconfigure you, reheal you. You might feel energy bits repairing. You might feel more light coming into you. Beautiful. And while you're in this vortex of light, I feel like you're being presented this star. It's like the star of the mystic's heart. And this star, I invite you, once you feel it or sense it, just to put it into your heart. Like, let the star of the mystic's heart align to you or activate you. And as this mystic's heart activates in you, I just invite you to feel the joy and the purity and there's a childlike wonder in it, because you can't dance in the mystery unless you're full of wonder. And wonder is this powerful energy. Wonder is like, it's gratitude and it's curiosity and it's trust and it's joy all wrapped into one. I sometimes think wonder is one of the most brilliant frequencies to embody. So I invite you to let the heart of the mystic star, or the star, I can't remember what it's called, let it shine, shine, shine until you get wonder buzzing through you, wonder recoding you, wonder. Such a powerful energy. And as this is happening, you might feel your body becoming like just a sense of more purity or lightness. You might feel energy pathways waking up. And then there's another star that's going to come in. It's going to come into your third eye. So allow that star in. And that's so that the mystic sees and knows the truth. And you already know and see the truth. It's just that it just gets muffled under a lot of other stuff. So just let this star come in and just clear all that muffling or those filters or the doubt that just doesn't let you know the truth with clarity. Because you already know it. You feel it, you sense it, you see it. It's just muffled with some other stuff, that's all. Beautiful. So let that beautiful psychic star of the mystic wake up in the third eye. And the mystic star in the third eye, it's the mystic's psychic energy is very sharp, very like precise, very clear, very knowing, sees through things very quickly and makes an adjustment or does what she has to do in order to stay in alignment, you know? But there's a quickness to it. There's an all-seeing quickness. So just let that lasery lightning speed of the third eye wake up and activate. Beautiful. Yeah. And then this might be the final alignment. I don't know. Let's see. We talked about sacredness. You claiming yourself as sacred. But the next alignment is you claiming this the mystic within you, the mystic gateway, the access points to the universe as sacred. And so when this happens and you truly claim the mystic within you as sacred, you will make sure that you maintain her, right? Keep the alignments, keep the awareness. But sometimes the mystic is so sacred that she can come across as silent. In that And you probably may have felt this. Sometimes you know things, you don't say it. Sometimes you realize you're doing things behind the scenes, but you're not really saying anything about it. You know that there's magical stuff going on, you don't really talk about it. And so there is beauty in keeping the mystical part of you sacred and silent on some level to the outside world, because it's a precious communion. But don't keep the mystic silent towards yourself. In that sometimes the mystic can become a faint voice inside of us, because she's always there doing her thing. The mystic is always there knowing the truth. The mystic is always there in her own mastery. The mystic is always there trusting the universe unfolding. The mystic is always there knowing that it can create things. The mystic is always there doing what the mystic does. But you, as human being, can sometimes silence her from being a louder voice or a louder presence or a louder knowing within you. So don't keep the mystic silent within you. Keep her sacred, but not silent. So I just invite any part of you that has muffled or hidden, or just to let that part go and just let the mystic really find her position within your being, within your life, within the universe, and to uphold her as a sacred, sacred part of you. We can talk about inner child healing till the cows come home, right? My inner child feels them. We get over focused on the inner child. Well, what about the mystic within you? What about that extraordinary, powerful, all-seeing, wise mystic? What would happen if you let her take position within you, within your life? What would happen if you allowed her to speak more, show you more, play with life more, be made love to by my life more? You know, it's an aspect of you. We could call it an archetypal energy, right? But this is why this is a mystic initiation ceremony, because the initiation is that you get to be, you get initiated back or to become one with it. It's like a rite of passage, right? You open the door and you allow this part of you to exist. So, gorgeous mystic, I initiate you to exist. I initiate you to let your wisdom flow and your mastery flow. I initiate you so that you see and know the truth with clarity. I initiate you so that you know how eternally strong you are and that nothing can blow you out. I initiate you to step back into trusting the brilliance of the divine universe and letting its magic unfold. I initiate you to be in the freedom and the wonder of this unfoldment. I initiate you to know who you are so deeply that you are able to create and infuse life with your creations. I initiate you to dance with the divine universe in the mystery of the unknown, creating more brilliant life. I initiate you to surrender to the great mystery so that more magic and more love and more joy and prosperity and peace and wisdom flow into your life exponentially in all different areas. I initiate you to notice all of that flowing in your life so that you live in wonder. The mystic lives in wonder, and that is truly, I believe, probably one of the most beautiful human emotions to live in, because it's joy and it's curiosity and it's gratitude and it's trust and it's surrender all at once. And it's beautiful and it's powerful. So, beautiful mystic, May you live in wonder. May every cell in your body live in wonder. May your heart live in wonder. May your mind live in wonder. May your life be wonderful. And just let whatever codes or transmissions or energy that needs to come into you, come in. If you need to do some breathing work, breathing this alignment in through your body, in through all your cells, exhaling this alignment out into the world, inhaling this new alignment into all your cells, educating your DNA, exhaling it out, inhaling it in, and exhaling it out. The mystic within. And I leave you with a little song. I don't know if it comes through on the recording or Zoom, but I leave you with a little temple song to celebrate the mystic inside of you, within you, embodied. Ranso shasi sote boso yambe shati sata kampu soto masi dada ranso shanse daba kansi tobu shatse taha ransi tapu shantai Ranku sati satai Ransuro moso. And let all the magical, magical molecules of the divine universe kiss you, hug you, embrace you. Beautiful mystic, may you dance in wonder, in the mystery of the divine universe, creating new life. So beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. I invite you to play with these alignments. You'll get the recording, play with these alignments. Like, there are some very powerful alignments here. And, you know, the mystic, like I said, plays in the field of potentiality and magic. And we need to start playing in that realm more and more and more. I hope you're all well. If you've got any questions, you can write in the chat. But thank you so much for being here. So welcome. So many beautiful people here that I love and know. So welcome, so welcome. It is a very potent and magical class. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, raising the veil over my head with always smiles and fond memories. Yes, Lisa was on the priestess retreat. And you know, beautiful people, the mystic is, Penny's feeling very light after a heavy heart. You know, it's the quality of the mystic that allows me to channel all of this stuff. I have an idea of what needs to be done, and then it's not until I arrive that I get to say it. I have no idea. But that is the gift of the mystic. The gift of the mystic can play in the unknown and simultaneously create mastery, simultaneously create brilliance in the unknown, right? Because she's so deeply weaved into it all. So the practical application of the mystic is so beautiful. It will open up your channeling abilities, it will open up your creation abilities. It will open up so many gifts if you let her, you know? Hmm. Nicole says it felt like 30 minutes, potent and magical. Ah, so welcome, everybody. Beautiful. Ah, my gorgeous people. Thank you so much for being here. This initiation opens up the mystic season for me in my world. We're doing 3 seasons a year: mystic, temple, and creator. And they all weave together like so beautifully. And the mystic is the one who's intuitive, the one that can channel, the one that can speak the truth, the one that can speak the truth and change the molecules of reality, because she's dancing in this place. So if this is something that you want to dive deeper into, then come and join me for Mystic Season. We have, I think we've got all sorts of stuff going on, from psychic mastery courses to eclipse. We've got an eclipse channeling certification coming up that you're invited to. Have a look on the website. You'll find all the bits, or message us or DM us. But this is just the tip of the iceberg of a more extraordinary journey for you. I, as always, love being with you. I love working with you. I love activating you. I love enjoying the mystery unfolding as we are all unfold together, because that's part of the potency, right? As I'm unfolding the mystery, we're all unfolding the mystery together. Penny can't stop crying. So much joy. Eternally grateful. Oh, you're so welcome. My pleasure. Diana, so much love and potent alignments. Ah, I'm so pleased. This, yeah. And like I said to you, the mystic is such a powerful alignment. Like, I feel like crying as I tell you this, because I can't tell you how important this is, this alignment. And for a lot of people, it's scary. The mystic is a scary thing. It's the unknown. It's a bit like, maybe it's a bit woo-woo or a bit witchy or whatever, but it's actually not. It's actually a very, very powerful alignment into your ability to become a conscious creator. It's a powerful alignment into your ability to incarnate. Like, it's a powerful alignment into that deep trust in the universe to unfold. So I just want you to know how powerful these alignments are. Like, yeah, it's just a very powerful things to embody. So I'm just inviting you to keep exploring it. Keep exploring it. Thank you so much for being here. As always, come, there's deeper parts of this journey to unlock and unravel. May you be blessed from head to toe, womb to heart, body to soul. May you know that wonder lives inside of you and all around you. And may you know your brilliance. If there's one wish that I have for you in this life, is know your brilliance. Know who you are, why you're here, the gifts you're meant to be giving, the joy and the freedom and the spontaneity that can happen along the way. Just know all of that. Know your brilliance. Good night.